Man, we've been working at since we walked in the door, especially this year, is life. Just incredibly proud of them. They played incredibly hard. They played together, played complementary football. Each phase picked each other up. It was a great game. It was a great game. So really proud of our guys. Injury-wise, everybody get out of the game. I think Josh was able to return, Josh Jones, and hopefully we're optimistic about Kobe and Charles coming back. Having the extra week is going to be really great for those guys. So I just told our team, we've gotten to this point because of our approach every day. Everybody wants to tag all this meaning and all the stuff attached to games, but our guys just worry about our process and attack what's right in front of us every play. And I believe that's why we're sitting right here. So we're going to keep that same mentality over the next 2 weeks. No, I'm just sweating.
Your game plan tonight, did it exceed your expectations?
Look, it is. Our coaches put together a great plan, but our players made it come to life. They really did. We were in some bad calls sometimes, and they had some good plays, that they had, and our guys did it. They played incredibly well. They just were determined to win the game. They just a resilient bunch.
Could you feel the difference with Nicky Manori available for the full game this time?
Well, I will say, we played the first game a lot with Spoon at nickel, and he did a great job. We really did. We didn't lose that game because we didn't stop the run. I'm really proud of Nick. He had a great game. He had a bunch of tackles, and he earns this, man. He's a great player, and it's great to have him. He definitely helps our defense for sure.
I know your last drive didn't end the way you wanted with the missed field goal, but to take 8 minutes off the clock and move the ball from your own end zone.
Yeah, I screwed that up. I should have taken a timeout. I was thinking about other stuff. But incredible. How many plays? 15 plays, X amount of minutes. I'll tell you, Sam extending plays today really helped us win the game. And then the third and long run conversions are incredible. I think Bobo had a great block on that. I think Coop might have. Great run by K9. So, that was a big time play.
It was a play by Drake, obviously, was huge. But just it seemed like that's emblematic of what you guys did.
Yeah, well, it's like, hey, look, we're going to defend a blade of grass, and they popped some plays on that drive, and our guys, AD's telling me in the headset, just stay calm, keep playing. So team effort, and boy, had an assist on that play, and then I think it's a ball finds energy type thing. Drake just he's been playing great football for us, and he deserves a massive shout out. And McCaffrey's obviously a great back, so made a great play.
3 straight games, 163 plus rushing yards.
Yeah.
About the way that is trending this year.
Yeah, I felt it was great. Honestly, it's easy, it's great. Now, some of the counters that they had, I think we got to do a better job countering their counters, and we will. We've done a great job throughout the season in the second half, making adjustments to things, but it was great to start the game that we did, with the run game. So now let's shoot for a 4-quarter run game.
Your run game would have been capable of this earlier in the year?
Do I feel like it would have been capable?
There's been growth in the run game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's just that gradual attack. It's just we know who we are. We know, what our kind of core competencies are, and we just keep attacking it. Offensive coaches have to hear from me every once in a while, and they've been great. Just solving problems and keep attacking it.
You talk a lot about games presenting itself.
Yeah.
That first drive, your decision was inside the 10.
Yeah.
Did you know that it was a type of game that you didn't plan on giving up many points?
No. It was an aggressive model, and normally it's par for the course to be ready to go for it in that situation. So, obviously the result wasn't great, but their average start field position was really high too. So, the value of field goals was kind of lower this game, and so we felt like having a bad start position was helpful for us.
How much does that play into that decision where it kind of played out just like that? You guys stop them?
Yeah, it ended up working up, just like we drew it up, But that's why you do it, right? It's just, the start is the expected points, and then you're able to get the ball back in good field position. most likely be able to get the field goal back, and then I think we scored the touchdown, which was great.
You guys have laid out incremental goals throughout the year. One of them was to win the division and should lock it up, but the bye was to
Yep.
finally achieve that.
Yep. That's it. We're just one at a time. Keep stacking them. It's just like, look, this is what we've been saying for a while now, is if we want to go where we want to go, and we're a young team with an idiot head coach, second year trying to figure it out, like that's our mentality. It's just like, we're just going to keep attacking day by day, one thing at a time, and worry about that, let everybody else come up with all the stories and stuff. Try to give you some good info, but we're not really worried about all that stuff.
How do you feel about being able to host 2 playoff games in front of those balls?
I'm glad you brought that up. I have, of all the things we've been thinking about over the last 30 minutes or so, I mean, that's definitely a point of pride, that we can have a home, at least one home playoff game in front of the 12s. They've been dynamite this year. They've been absolute, just incredible. So we're really excited to be able to stay home.
You're kind of downplaying it, but I mean, your second year, you guys set a franchise record and get the #1 seed. I mean, can you allow yourself to kind of take some pride in that and what you're doing right now?
I'm really proud of our team. I'm really proud of I mean, you can hear them in there. They love each other, man. It is so much fun to go to work every day and to coach this team. It is an absolute honor to coach these guys. I just talked to AD on the plane. I was like, I don't want this to end. Like, I just want to, ultimately the season's going to end at some point, but I just want to keep going. I want to do it every day has just been a massive blessing. I love these guys.
This offense, just they didn't average over 35 points a game. Like,
Yeah.
just absolutely dominant, moving in and out of the pocket. How do you feel about the way that your pass rush is married with your guys in the
Yeah.
pass today and limiting that?
Yeah, they're a tremendous offense. Probably, top whatever in the league. Been doing it for a long time. They got great players. They got great coaches. Man, numbers back it up. Our guys played great complementary football today. They really did. And I can't say enough. I can't wait to watch the tape to see. There's a lot of assists going on in there. Guys rushing unselfishly to free somebody else up or to let somebody else have a two-way go so they can cover for them. How we played in the back end. It felt like we were ahead of plays. These guys did a great job. So I'm looking forward to watching it. I won't watch it on the plane, but I'll watch it tomorrow.
What do you think of the run game and what you guys have seemed to find there in the last few weeks?
Yeah, like I said earlier, but I love how we started the game. It felt like we really set the tone. I'd like us to finish. I felt like we kind of started the game the right way, finished the right way. Find some more answers. I thought they did a good job of finding some counters to slow us down a little bit, and so it'll be interesting to watch it and come up with some solutions to that.
Like the ball wasn't really in peril all game. That's what we're play we're saying gets stripped. Just
Yep.
in a game like this, low scoring kind of defense, how big is that type of ball security?
Yeah, our guys did a great job. It goes back to like, hey, what do you say about the takeaways? Just nail the process. We talk about eat. Let's just be us when it comes to finishing plays, and anybody that had the ball, I thought did a great job.
Do you have a cigar, Mike?
No, I'm an amateur when it comes to that stuff.
Anything else? Thank you.
All right, thank you guys.
quiet in here. It's kind of nice.
Cleaner air.
Yeah, exactly. Just an incredible game. Kind of a weird game. I feel like, we, as an offense, we didn't execute the way that we wanted to in the red zone at the end of drives. But our defense, they step up, time after time, and our special teams played lights out. But incredible win. I'm so proud of the guys in that locker room, and, we're going to celebrate this one, but we know that we got a lot of work to do, and we're going to get, right to work on that this upcoming week.
You've been on the opposite end of this in Week 18 where everything's at stake and unfortunately it didn't go your way. Can you talk about the key emotions of this kind of win and what it is?
Yeah, it's it was a great team win. Like I said, we got a resilient group no matter what happens. I feel like I missed a couple throws that or I feel like I had Sharps open and on that first drive in the end zone. I feel like I could have just put the ball on him and let him score. And then I felt like I underthrew Jax on that third down play in the second quarter. But yeah, there's opportunities that you're going to have that you're going to want back after every single game. But just the fact that as an offense we were able to kind of move on, and that last drive was incredible. Our offensive line, the way that we were able to run the ball, that last drive was awesome. And yeah, like I said, I'm just proud of the guys in the locker room.
The one to JSN, you're talking about the one in the end zone?
Yeah, the third down in the second quarter, going into their tunnel. I thought, I could have put the ball out there a little bit more, maybe thrown it earlier.
180 rushing yards after 160 plus previous 2 games. What your run game's done for the last 3 games. How can you do that?
Yeah, it's just the offensive line, the tight ends, receivers, everybody on our offense is just, we're continuing to communicate with each other throughout the week on, what runs we like, communicating on different looks that, the defense can present to us. So I just think the communication and the, cohesiveness of that group up front is continuing to get better and better.
You mentioned defense already, but to hold that 49ers offense to 3 points and what do you say about what your defense has done all year and also today?
Yeah, I witnessed it firsthand in OTAs and training camp. Going against our defense is tough. They have a lot of different looks and present some problems, whether it's up front, the linebacker position, Nick doing his thing, wherever he's going to be on our defense, and then the back end, obviously, doing what they do. So they're such a good group, very talented, but I think more than talent alone, they're very smart football players, smart people that all, they're just very cohesive in what they do defensively.
Because obviously you lost these guys, but since then you've set a franchise record points. You watch the running games, the defense has shut down, pretty much every team, blowing people out left and right. Just what can you say about the growth from the beginning of the season to where you guys are?
Yeah, that's us. We're just going to continue to try to get better, and no matter what the results are, whether it's a win, whether it's a loss, we're always going to look in the mirror, and that's what's great about the guys in the locker room is we got a lot of unselfish guys that are going to see what they can do better for the team, and that's it.
Big picture, Sam, if you switch teams, come here 14-3, first round bye, what can you say about just the last, 7-8 months for you?
Yeah, I'm taking it one day at a time. It's been a whirlwind. Just the NFL season, just preparing 1 week at a time. That's the best part about it. Is you celebrate a win like this, and then tomorrow you might celebrate a little bit too because you got to bye. But we're right back to seeing what we can do better and how we can get better for the next game. And that's the beautiful thing about the NFL and what we do.
What does it mean to get those playoff games at home?
Yeah, it's huge to be able to play in front of the 12s. It's unlike any other stadium that I've ever played in terms of how loud it can be and how tough it can be for another offense to operate. So we're really looking forward to playing at home for the playoffs.
It sounds like you don't have Charles back for the divisional round game, but what can you say about the job that Josh Jones did the last 3 games filling in for him?
Yeah, Josh has been incredible. He's stepped up in many ways this season. Whether it's coming in mid game, he did a really good job in that first Rams game, coming in when someone went down, and he's a guy that again, another point of just how unselfish all of our guys are in that locker room. He just wants to do whatever it takes to win, whether that's starting at left tackle or whether that's being a swing tackle that can go in there and goal line and short yardage. stuff. So, you know, he's been incredible all season.
What happened on the fumble to Zach? And how big was it that Zach got that, and then you get the Ken Walker kind of running the baby out there?
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge for obviously to recover that fumble. I think maybe I got to look at the tape. I don't know exactly what happened. Obviously, someone clipped my foot, but got to watch the tape. I think in that situation again, I would probably try to just tuck the ball and take the loss and not try to hand it off.
The division title, obviously, but to be atop this division, it's going to have 3 teams with 12 or more wins. How do you feel about the way that you guys have been prepared for the challenges that are coming your way here in the postseason?
Yeah, no, there's a ton of great teams in this division in the NFC, and we're looking forward. We're looking forward to whatever challenge we face. Like I always say, we're very resilient, but we're just going to continue to take it 1 week at a time, 1 day at a time, and go from there.
Last question.
Good.
You
Yep.
told us last week that you learned a lot from the Week 18 last year. How did that help you out?
Yeah, I think just taking what the defense gives me, and if I'm not exactly, if I play action and get my eyes down the field, I'm not exactly seeing it the way I want to, just being able to get to a check down or maybe scramble or just throw the ball away. So, especially on 1st and 2nd down, I think that was the biggest difference. Appreciate it, guys.
Excuse me. Hola.
How sweet is it to get that NFC West title?
Man, it's pretty sweet, man. For me, I think, I've been in this situation before and winning the Super Bowl. Sorry about that. I'm happy for these guys, man. The work they put in, they deserve it. So for me, I feel like a big dad on this plane ride, just watching fun, man.
Just what do you say about this defense after the 49ers team weeks, putting up huge numbers?
Yeah.
Hold them to 3 points.
I mean, that was big, bro. That was key. Those guys, the 49ers, I mean, they've been scoring at will. They haven't been punting. So I think for us, we know our style of play. Let's just go out here, play how we know how to play, and let's just see what happens. Let's see what they got. And for us to come out there and hold them to 3 points, that's huge.
Great Thomas been making plays.
Tried to tell him early, man. Tried to tell him, Drake, man. In those games that I was down, you could really tell because those guys go through and they play. But Drake, man, the consistency, the hard work that he's put in, and the way he's challenged everybody in that room to get better, man, it's been great, and I'm happy for Drake, man.
How hard of a play is that, Ernest? The ball changing direction off the line and then right off McCaffrey's hand. Still grab the ball like that.
That's a tough play. I mean, honestly, when you're out there in man coverage with Christian McCaffrey, you just don't want the ball to come his way. But when it does, to be able to make a play on the ball and get a turnover, that's big, man. So shout out to my boy Drizzy, man.
I saw you talking to them in the huddle right before that, like you always do. But what was the messaging there when they got to the red zone?
Our biggest philosophy is we don't care how many we give up. We care. On a drive, you don't get in that end zone. If you want to get 3 points, that's fine. But you're not getting in the end zone. No touchdowns. So regardless of how they move the ball, I always tell them it don't matter. They have to cross this goal line. If they can't do that, then it's on them.
You guys only had Nicky Memori for 4 plays, the first 7 games played. How much is his availability to help transform this already great defense and just his ability to move around the field?
Man, to come out there and play as many positions as he does. I said it before. I think hardest week during the week because he's a dime. He may look like a linebacker. He maybe look like a safety. So for him to come in as a rookie and be making the plays that he's making, man, I'm super proud of him. We seen this early, and we just had to keep hey.
Mike Macdonald's the last guy who's going to hype himself, but what can you say about the job he's done with this team from when you got here in the middle of last year to where you guys are now?
We're here today, #1 seed because of Mike. Not only just the way he calls it, but the community that he's building in that locker room, man. We play for each other. We fight for each other. And I've said this before. We got here to this point, and it started last year, man. It started through those ups and downs that we had last year when I came here. It started then, and we were able to pick it up this year and just keep rolling.
Anything else? Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. Obviously, this feels great, but we also know there's a lot more ahead. There's a lot more that our goals are very high, and this is just a step along the way. And we're going to enjoy it for 24 hours, but then we know there's work ahead.
Cooper, you played a lot of years with the Rams. How satisfying is it whenever you get a chance to beat the Niners?
It's great. I mean, went through quite the dry spell when I was in LA against the Niners, so feels great. Anytime you get a win, anytime you win a division game, a game like this where there's so much on the line, feels great. And obviously, like that, you'll experience that with the guys. It's pretty special. So, yeah, I'm excited about it. I mean, the only time I've been a part of, again, the number 1 seed, I was hurt at the time, so this is my first time being a part of something like this, and it's a special thing. So excited about being able to enjoy this, but also excited about what's ahead of us.
How about the atmosphere in the locker room? I mean, I know a lot of times in a football situation, it's pretty low key, but you guys are kind of pretty loud in there with all the cigars going on.
Yeah, but we enjoy the wins. We enjoy winning. The guys here are so competitive. We put so much work in. Just about aside from the fact that they're cigars, this is how our locker rooms are. The guys are excited, and enjoy seeing the fruits of our labor pay off. And so, yeah, it's fun to be a part of it. Like I said, we're going to enjoy this. But same thing, 24 hours. But then it's work. This will be a different kind of bye week. It's not like a bye week in the season where you're, revamping and taking all this time to self-scout and all this stuff. It's a work week still, and guys have an understanding of that. And so I'm excited about putting that plan together and going and attacking this week, and preparing for the next step.
What do you kind of think? First half, you guys move the ball a lot. First drive, you get it down there, you don't score, and it seemed like maybe there could have more points.
Oh yeah. No, without a doubt. I think you get to the end of the game and you see 13 points on the board, and you're like, man, it just felt like offensively we put ourselves in position to do better than that. Some negatives down there in the fringe red zone area killed us, but I felt like man, we did what we were supposed to do until we got to that point. We want to do better, obviously, in the red zone. Want to be able to finish those drives and score points, and that's on us offensively to be in those positions and be able to finish those out. And the defense, they played absolutely lights out for us. And but yeah, we want to be able to put up more points for sure. And walking off that field, seeing 13 points on the board, feels like you should have more, but that's on us to be able to finish down there.
Even though you didn't finish that last drive with points, to take as much time off as you did and drive down, just how big was that?
That was huge. That was awesome. Do you guys know the exact time? Was it 10 minutes? 8:01. Yeah, and that's huge. You're up 2 scores at that time, and being able to take 8 minutes off the clock, being able to get timeouts. I think we took all 3 of the Niners' timeouts to that point. Obviously, you want to finish. That would have been that was awesome to be able to get that done. But yeah, obviously a huge thing when you're able to sustain a long drive like that, up 2 scores in the fourth quarter.
The third and long, you've had 3 games in a row where you converted runs off third long. I know that takes everybody blocking, but just when you're out on the field and those plays happen, how big is that?
No, that's huge. It's awesome, and you get some of those opportunities. And K9 and Sharps have done a great job in those positions of being able to convert. And just the way that they run, the way that they accelerate through blocks and through contact is it's incredible. But even on those plays, I think the last 2 weeks, you see Bobo and I haven't been Bobo both weeks, but Bobo coming and having huge blocks. Just being able to play next level football where you're not just I talked about a lot. You're not just doing what the line on the paper says, but you're playing off of guys and seeing what the intent of the play is and making it come alive. And he's done an incredible job of that. And guys just playing complementary football off each other and converting those is huge.
Playing a lot of games in the field as a visitor and now on the field. How big is it to get playoff games?
It is huge, and I can't tell you how pumped I am to see the atmosphere and what the 12s bring. It's going to be my expectations are very high for what they're going to bring. So putting that out there now, and so excited to be able to be a part of it.
Anything else?
Awesome. Thank you all.
Thanks, Coop. Jay, Sam?
play, or what were you doing?
Yeah, I just kept running. Make sure I didn't know, honestly. But just want to start off just super proud of my guys, super proud to be a Seahawk in the way that we fought out here. I want to give all the glory to God. I've, before the season, just wanted to give him all the glory, and it's just awesome to see what he's doing on this team and in Seattle.
Throughout this season, when we've asked you about your individual accomplishments, the numbers, you've talked about winning and team goals.
Yes.
In light of that, to be the #1 seed, NFC West champs, just how does this feel?
Yeah, that was my goal. That was a goal that we talked about since our first meeting. So it's a blessing, it's an honor. One down, a couple more to get.
All those times you've gone up against this Seahawks defense in practice, kind of nice to watch them do their thing to another team.
Oh, it's awesome. I love it. There's no other defense, I would want to go out there and play. I know the intensity that they bring. I know how they look across the field. It's something you don't want to play. So, super proud of them.
How do you just look at you end up with almost 1,800 yards, I think it's 1,783. How do you just kind of look at that now that it's over? It's kind of great.
Like I said, I just want to give all the glory to God. I took it one day at a time, process over results. It was about the process. It was about, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, getting ready for the next week. It was about the little things. And like I said, we preach process over. And when I look back, I'll think about the process.
Speaking of the process, you remember, obviously, Clint comes in, Sam comes in, all new offensive line coach. Those first OTA practices, from where you guys were then to where you are now,
It's a tough one. It's peaks and valleys. It's people talking, outside noise. It's a group of guys just coming together, and I wouldn't want to do it with any other guys, and we got the right guys for the job.
What do the guys in the locker room mean to you, Jack?
They mean everything. They mean everything. That's why I put my helmet on, I strap my shoulder pads up, and I go play for them. It takes a lot of weight off my shoulders. It takes, my mind off. Let me get 100 yards and TDs. No, let me go out there and block for K9 and get receivers open and do whatever I need to do for these guys. And so they mean the world to me, and they're the reason why I've had so much success.
What role did Sam play in kind of controlling things?
Sam led us today. Sam was absolute dog today. His demeanor, his approach, everything about what he did today was great. Of course, we want to fix some things. Of course, there's always going to be things to fix, but just from the time that we got here yesterday, really the way we prepared, the way he prepared all week to make sure his guys was ready is one-of-one stuff, and I'm super, super happy for him.
We hear a lot about how Sam is the same guy every day, no matter what, always even field. How do you think that helps you in the kind of tense moments that you face?
That's our leader. We're going to follow our leader. We're going to follow his approach and his mindset, and he has the right mindset to do great things for us and for us to follow him.
Jackson, you're familiar with rivalries when you were at Ohio State, but what's it like when you're playing a team like the 49ers? The Seahawks and the Niners have had a pretty good rivalry.
Yeah, rich history. Happy to be a part of it. Happy to have a Seahawk on my helmet and beat those guys. It's war every time we're out there. I take it very seriously, and I'm happy we got one.
Does that make it even more sweeter the way you guys are celebrating in the locker room on their turf?
1,000%. 1,000%.
Yeah, it's that last drive. You got to take 8 minutes off the clock, starting back up in your own end. It's just, what was kind of the feeling that drive? You're running it, you're converting third down.
It was a fun drive. The whole game was fun, but coming up in clutch moments, K9 coming up long third down, and us having a long possession was key, for our success today, and something that we talk about every single day, just taking care of the ball, moving the ball forward.
Deontay Lenore said before the game he was hoping to take you kind of one-on-one. I don't know if you paid attention to that or thought about that coming in the game.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely heard it. You know, it's hard to respond back to all my fans, but you know, I knew that we were going to see them today and take care of business.
Anything else? Thank you. You've been playing a long time in the NFL. What's this mean to you to have a moment like this?
I mean, it means so much. I think one of the only guys on the team that really knows the journey I've been on is Julian, and like we both embraced each other after the game and just talked about our path. And I've just been so thankful to be here and so thankful for this season, and just the way everything's been playing out is just really incredible to be having this type of season towards the end of my career.
You make it in the red zone there right before Thomas's interception. What did you guys say?
I mean, there's not much thinking, honestly, though. That's what I love about this team so much is, like, we're just next play mentality. I think regardless of when we take the field, whether it's a turnover, whether they're on the one or whatever the case may be, I think we have the right guys and the right mentality to go out there, and we call that death zone football, and I feel like that's where we choose to thrive in those areas. I don't think so. I mean, I don't put doubt in any of this team on all three levels, honestly. We keep finding ways to win, and it's, you know, sometimes it's offense finding the way, sometimes it's special teams, sometimes it's defense. And I think our defense has been playing lights out all season. And, you know, they have a great offense, but I think we did a good job today.
How do you feel about the complementary football you guys are playing in all three phases now with the run game, the play game, things that win in January?
Yeah. I mean, I think being, you know, every team preaches it, especially in the beginning of the season, that you want to be good in all three phases of football. And, you know, now being on a team that has that, I can really see the impact it has in games. There's times where, you know, one side of the ball is maybe lacking in certain areas and we're just not getting the job done. And we can always count on another side of the ball to pick it up. And this team is just special.
All year long, one of the stories for this defense has been different guys stepping up when called upon. Drake Thomas' guy wasn't a starter, he was not here, he's a former undrafted guy, practice squad guy. For him to make the play in that moment, was that pretty fitting for the defense?
Yeah, I mean, he's been playing lights out too. Like you said, there's been a lot of guys stepping up in critical moments, guys that have been stepping up when guys are injured and things like that. And every time it's happened, they've done a great job in that spot. And it's just kept proving more and more confidence in those guys when they're out there. And, you know, the one thing I've seen about Drake is since I've been here, he works the same, you know, regardless of if he was going to be starting or not. And it's cool to see his chances and opportunities come.
Did I see you shadowboxing in the locker room after this one?
I mean, we all joke about how shadow boxing has, like, kind of brought us together as a team. You see some guys that will probably never speak to each other because we're not in the same position group, we're not on the same side of the ball, and sometimes it's kind of easy to be divided that way, not intentionally, but it's just the way we work in the building. It's like we're not really around each other, but in the locker room, you're seeing guys that you wouldn't normally think would talk to each other are all hanging out because of shadow boxing. It's pretty funny.
We got 2 games, and we can be right back here. What about the unfinished business you guys got in front of you?
I mean, like I just said about this team, taking it one play at a time. That's what we've been doing since OTAs, taking it one day at a time. And, you know, I think we always have that end goal in mind, but I think what is allowing us to win in these opportunities is just taking it day by day.
Last time Seahawks were in this position were those LOB days. We have some of the biggest personalities maybe in the history of football. You guys have been every bit as successful, but maybe a little more understated.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that? And how would you describe the LOB?
I mean, we all have respect for the Legion of Boom. Obviously, they had great players, great defense, you know, won championships and things like that. But I feel like, you know, we obviously deserve some recognition at this point. We call ourselves the dark side on defense, and, you know, we want to get that out there as well. And I feel like we've been living up to what we say.
You mentioned the shadow boxing. Is there another example where a team has that kind of cohesion and chemistry? That's, like you said, it's kind of unusual.
What's that?
You mentioned the shadow boxing, like, you know, how you guys have different ways of getting guys to gel together. Is that what makes this team so special?
Yeah, I think our connection in general is what makes our team so special. Like in these moments, in big games and critical moments, that doubt leaves the room because we know each other so well. I think there's times where I've been on great teams and great players and Pro Bowlers and all pros and all that type of thing. I think every team in the league at this point has those caliber players. But I think the ones that play together, that gel together, that, mix well, those are the teams that, win in critical situations.
Derek Hall had the suspension, comes back, the sack, and several QB hits. What do you think of the game he played?
What's who?
Derek Hall.
Oh, D. Hall, yeah. I mean, it was awesome. I mean, he was down last week. We all missed him. Some people were wearing his jersey and stuff like that in honor of him. But to have that guy back, he's a force. I mean, he plays like a hammer, and we always call him like the battering ram of the defense. And he did that today.
To have the playoffs go through your building, potentially 200 games.
I mean, it's incredible. I don't want today to end, honestly. I was hanging out in that locker room for a long time. That's probably why I'm the last one here right now. But it's incredible. I mean, I've been playing for a really long time. This is the closest team I've ever been on. The most winning season I've ever been on. And, overall, the job's not done. And that's another thing I love about this team so much is like people are celebrating, but in the middle of the celebrations, you're hearing people say, we got more work to do. We got to move on to the next one. And I think not having that complacency is really special.
You guys win 14 games, 8 road wins, and Mike Macdonald's second year. What are you seeing from him and how he's led this team?
I mean, he's an incredible coach, honestly. I think there was obviously some growing pains coming from one coach to another, especially a coach that's been here for so long. Coach Mike has some different ways about him that I think it took some adjusting for certain players that have been here for a long time to get used to. But overall, once we got past those small growing pains, I think people are just like all bought in on what he says. We believe in him. We trust him. He always puts us in the right positions as a team, as a player. And he's been getting the job done. I'm proud of him, too.
What did that victory cigar feel like?
I don't know where those coming from, but the victory cigars were pretty awesome. I couldn't really breathe in there at one point, but it didn't really matter. Like my excitement and joy was kind of taking over the smoke in my eyes and not being able to breathe. But it was just beautiful to see my team celebrating and seeing just everyone happy from all the hard work we've been putting in.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Thank you.